Hello again, everybody. So today I want to talk to you about using scanner apps like Adobe Scan. Now, Adobe Scan is a nice, simple, free app on your phone that you can use to scan in. Now I use the quotes to say scan in a document. Now, it is not as good quality as using your real scanner. I would never use a scanner app like this to send a finished painting or a finished drawing or anything that's going in a publication or is going to be posted online. I wouldn't use a scanner app. But if I'm sending sketches to a client or thumbnails, or if I need to sign a contract, something that doesn't need as high of a quality, I will use a scanner app like this. Now, you don't have to use Adobe Scan. You can use any scanner app you like. You just don't want to just take a picture because there's a lot of disadvantages to taking a picture, and a scanner app has some nice features in it that will help straighten out the photo that you take with it, and it'll help clean it up a little bit. That just makes it better than taking a photo. So if you do not have access to a scanner this semester, you can use a scanner app like this. Now there are a few little caveats I will mention because you want to get the best quality image possible. Even if it's something like a simple sketch, or the drawings we're doing in this class aren't fully finished rendered drawings, but you still want to make sure that I can see what's happening, and I'm not dealing with shadows and weird angles, and I want to be able to best see what is happening in your image. So the first thing I recommend is make sure you have good lighting. I always recommend that when you use the scanner app, go outside. Ideally, outside in the shade or on an overcast day is the best possible lighting scenario you can get. You don't want to have shadows, especially if you're inside and you have like a light behind you and you're casting a shadow over the image. It's just not going to take a very good image. So try to get the best lighting possible. If it's raining outside, you can't go outside for some reason, I try to go close to a window, something to get the best lighting you can. So that's the first step. Do try to get good lighting so that way you will get a better image because you do have to control the lighting somehow. Second of all, you want to try to get as straight on as possible. Now, these scanner apps do have the advantage that it will straighten things out. If you take a picture at a strange angle, it will fix it for you, but still, don't make the app work harder than it needs to. It's not always perfect, so I always try to take on as straight an image as I possibly can whenever I use this. But ideally, I do recommend, as I said, just going and trying to get as straight on an image as possible. So line it up, hold steady. When you think you have a good picture, you can hit continue, and then you just click on the image. Now, there's some settings I don't really like about this. If you go to color, you see it has like a few different options for the brightness and how it auto corrects it. And like I mentioned, when using a real scanner, I don't really trust its auto correcting options because on some of these here, it's pretty burnt out. So especially when doing pencil drawings, which is what we're going to be doing in this class, some of the image can get lost, and it's really important that I see every single line that you draw. I need to see your work, so I don't want you guys erasing any lines that you think you were using in the beginning and don't need anymore. I want to see every line that you drew because that's going to help me figure out what you were thinking as you were drawing this. So I do recommend not using any of the auto options and just go for a original color. And then if you need to fix it up, I prefer you fix it up in Photoshop and not just trust what its automatic settings are. You can also play with the borders of it where it crops it, because it will automatically crop it for you, based on where those little corners line up. So if you don't want that, you can turn it off, but it's perfectly fine for this class as long as you can see all four corners and I can see all of your drawing. It should be fine if you leave on the auto detecting for its cropping option. But if you're not happy with it, feel free to crop it how you like. After that, when you like how it looks, feel free to play with any other settings if you like. Now, when you are ready, you can hit Save PDF. Unfortunately, this app only has the option to save as a PDF, and that's one of the downsides to this. You can't save it as a TIFF or anything else like that. And everything for this class you're going to be handing into me for the beginning of the semester is JPEGs. So after you hit Save PDF, if you look down, it should have a little preview of your scan here with some options. If you click on More, it will give you the options to save pages as a JPEG. And once you do that, it will save it to your photos. And then after you have it saved to your photos, you have the option to send it to your computer, either by email or using AirDrop if you have Apple products like I do. And then after you get it to your computer, do make sure you open it up in Photoshop and clean up the image, just like if you were to scan it with your normal scanner. So even if you are using a scanner app like Adobe Scan, do make sure you follow all the instructions on naming conventions and file types and everything like that that is on the assignment sheet. Okay.